Good morning, you beautiful, beautiful people. I am coming on the internet, and this is something I never wanted to have to do regarding this issue. But I feel like Cleveland County is really just allowing people to be people to get by with things because of who they know and who their attorney is. I did a video on this on Monday, but I found out more information. And I'm deeply disturbed about what I did find. Because at the end of the day, time is money and money is time. Just like the courts don't want to waste their time, they should not be wasting anybody else's time. Okay? And if you're not willing to do your own homework, do not come on here chastising me for reaching out for help. Because I've been dealing with this since 2020, and Cleveland County has thrown a blind eye, all because of who this person's attorney is. Monday, I had court again. It was a juvenile charge against said neighbor. Said neighbor has an attorney that is well known in this town. So Monday, I go to court. Those that know me know that I have only access to a vehicle, and that to keep that said vehicle home costs me an extra $50 a day in gas. If I need to keep said vehicle home, because that's what I have to pay to keep it home. $50 to $100 is what it will cost me in gas and time and money. So Monday, and mind you, Cleveland County never summons me. Never. We never get summons. They don't send us the summons. I either get a phone call from the district attorney's office and the assistant months ahead of time telling me a date, or I get nothing at all. No summons, no nothing. So you cannot tell me that the legal processes are being done correctly. And I do know that Cleveland County doesn't like me at all. But here's the problem. When facts mitigate what they're doing, and they've done this behavior before, this exact same behavior with court dates was done before when the same person came after my daughter with a knife and had Sweppy as an attorney for Cleveland County, who is also well-known attorney in this town. So Monday, we had court. I go in to the courtroom. We sat and sat and sat. I was told that an FTA was going to be ordered because I explained to them that the ride that I had picked me up, so I wouldn't have to pay $50 to $100 just to go to this court date, that I knew that something was going to happen to this magnitude because he does it every time. Now, mind you, he does it every time. And mind you, this is the evidence I have. Right here is the evidence I have. This is also evidence that puts Cleveland County not doing their job either. Okay? In this binder shows Cleveland County allowing the same behavior with court dates in another case against my daughter when he pulled a knife on her. Cleveland County allowed 7 to 8 court dates, me having to pull my daughter out of school as well. They did the exact same thing when it came to court. So we had court Monday. The district attorney that was in there was a female. She had a male assistant. We waited till approximately like 10:30, something to that nature. The judge orders a FTA. I get a phone call that evening that says, well, he came in 45 minutes later with his attorney and says, well, he was in courtroom, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and we didn't know he had this court date. You mean to tell me that you got a computer sitting in front of you as a district attorney and you don't know what court dates your defendant has in your own courthouse? You mean to tell me as a district attorney that you don't know what defendants are in what courtrooms and if they have another court date scheduled for today? You don't look at that before you order an FTA? So my time, we can just waste it, right? We can just waste it because, at the end of the day, I did find out that he was there. Hold on, and I'll prove it. Don't have a problem proving that he was there Monday. I will cover up the name to be nice. But right there, that proves that he was in court Monday. And just one courtroom over from me, and his highly intelligent, well-paid lawyer on his case to his wife. That's what was going on in the next courtroom over. And I was the 911 caller. But they didn't want me there. They wanted to make sure I knew nothing of the such. They also filed for a continuance that day. Monday, his attorney also filed for a continuance. A motion to continue, filed by Teddy David Roy. So how did Mr. Teddy not know that his defendant also had another court date with the same person that was the 911 caller to why he was in court? Ladies and gentlemen, there's never coincidences. They do things on purpose. Just like when the same individual took a knife after my daughter, his attorney at that time, Mr. Sweppy, took me into the back room in Cleveland County, me and my minor daughter, and said, this was just a misunderstanding. You need to sweep it underneath the rug. Excuse me? Sir, if that was your daughter, what would you have done, being an attorney? Now, I am not trying to be an asshat here. I have helped Cleveland County. I saved Cleveland County thousands and thousands of dollars in 2024. The Christmas of 2024, I saved Cleveland County thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Did I get a thank you? Nope. Have I been respected on any court case? Nope. All because he has a high-paid attorney here in Cleveland County. And that high-paid attorney gets his way. And that should not be the case, ladies and gentlemen. This man has violated a protective order, a 50B, twice. This case dealing with me again, he was never supposed to own an animal again. I also have that documentation. He was never supposed to be able to own another animal. And he got caught this year stalking my property and used the excuse of looking for an animal. Would you like to see the pictures of the deceased animals that he left over on his property in 2024? Would you like to see that, people of Cleveland County? Because I'm sure the judge has no clue about what happened with any of that, because no charges ever got pressed for animal cruelty. Not one. I have not lived a day worth of silence since 2020 because this man, oh, mind you, too, he loves his kids so much that he passed every drug test. Not one. Also, that a lovely attorney he has wasn't paid by him. So his attorney is taking money from a DV victim, the same one he about twice, and using it to defend this man. I have video evidence. I have pictures. I have almost 7 years of stories. I am tired of doing what is asked of me in this county and doing what I should do as a human. Money shouldn't buy freedom. Mind you, too, this man's out over $100,000 worth of bonds. They also let a sex offender move in with him. So 2 violent offenders, I mean, one is not out right now, but that still don't make the never mind that the county approved 2 violent offenders to live together next to a legally autistic child as well. Cleveland County doesn't care about your well-being, ladies and gentlemen. Cleveland County and anybody sitting in any position of power only cares about the money they're putting in their pocket and the shit they get away with. There's very few people that truly care about your safety and well-being. Very few. And I wish the man no harm. I don't whatsoever. But the fact of the matter is, he did things. He did very vile things. And he's lied. And his attorney doesn't want me nowhere near a courtroom. Why? Why don't you want me nowhere near a courtroom? Why do you want to waste my time? We were both there Monday. We were both in court Monday, and I guess I don't know how you slice it, but all I know is that district attorney has a computer right there in front of her face. You type in anybody's name, it's going to tell you what court they have today. You cannot tell me that a district attorney does not know that a defendant, come on. There is no way that a district attorney did not know that he had court proceedings in another courtroom. Or did she just not care? I mean, the scenarios are going through my head. Wouldn't they be going through yours? Knowing, and you've expressed multiple times to Cleveland County your access to a vehicle, your access to wanting to leave your home open because you don't trust this man or anybody that he's around. I mean, I don't. I can't even go out of my home, ladies and gentlemen. When this said person is home, there's no norm. There's no normal. He's outside all hours of the night, different color flashlights, banging on God knows what, yelling to the pitches of his lungs, blaring the radio, all hours of the day and night. He has no respect for anybody. None. And he takes no accountability for anything he's done either. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. The proof's in the pudding. I'm tired of being made a mockery out of just because he has the attorney he has. I really am. And at the end of the day, I'm making this video too because they will not allow me in court to defend myself. They won't. In court, they will not allow me to defend myself. They will not allow me to bring up prior issues that we've had. They allow me to do none of that. And I find it, I really find it, really scary. And I want you to see that I'm not talking about anything. I mean, if it was something simple, and I want you to see that I am not lying about this gentleman, that this man, this is the charge. Making sure I ain't showing anything. Right there, there's the charge. Can you see it? Assault with a deadly weapon, intent to kill. He done the same thing to my daughter. But you know what I was told? Since it was her word against his, a minor against his, that it didn't count. That it had to be communicating threats. I got the paperwork for that too. I mean, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it shouldn't take, it should not, this should not be happening. And this is a waste of taxpayer money too. A legitimate waste of taxpayer money. Because that district attorney got paid to tell me to come back to another court day. When in all true reality, he was there. He was there. Somebody knew it. But just miraculously, according to the district attorney's office, they had no clue he was in the other courtroom. They're just so sorry, and they set it on for some day in October. Really? I mean, I just don't buy that. I, honest to gosh, do not buy that. You mean to tell me that you as a district attorney had no clue, none, that he didn't have conflicting court dates today? That day? I find that hard to believe. I just really do. But if you didn't, that goes to show they don't pay attention. That's a clerical error that it should never have happened. All because they don't pay attention to detail and they don't care. They don't care how much time they waste because at the end of the day, they get paid. They can waste your time at that courthouse because they get paid to be there. We don't. We do not get paid to be there. They get paid to be at the courthouse. So an attorney, anybody in that court could care less how much time they waste of yours because they raking in the money. They still getting paid regardless. We ain't though, are we? So they could care less if we have to come back 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times. I was told last time when I asked about them giving him so many continuances, well, we're allowed to. It just depends if the district attorney allows it and the judge allows it. I shit you not. So people that have troubles with transportation are going to have significant issues dealing with this type of courthouse. Because they literally have zero respect for people. Zero. The only time they have any respect for you is when you have a really nice paid attorney and they'll do whatever it takes to that butt. I mean, clearly, if a man... Ask yourself this question. I want you to ask yourself this very serious question. If since 2020, if a person has tried to off somebody twice, has over 47 pages of CAD reports to their home, They have also tried to harm a child. And violated a 50B twice. Won't straighten up. Running amok. What would you do? I need somebody to help me. It's clear that I am not being defended. It's clear. It is crystal clear that I mean nothing. It's crystal clear that my daughter's life and my life mean nothing to this town. And people of this town should wake up. If you're living inside Cleveland County, I want you to ask yourself this question. How many females have to die from DV violence to have something done? How many women? Not too long ago, a year and a half ago, 2 women died in Lawndale. They begged the officer, please don't leave. If you leave, this man's going to shoot me and my mom. What happened? As soon as the cop left, the 2 women were dead. I have begged the courts to help me. Begged. They won't. Because of who his attorney is. And at this point, something's got to give. Because this man has made my life a living hell. And he has been allowed to do it because he has an attorney that is a high-paid attorney. And one day his high-paid attorney, his knee will have to bow and have to answer for all the wrong he's done defending folks that are vile. Because at the end of the day, the madness has to stop. And I see a lot of people saying, well, why does it end in violence? Why does it end in somebody killing somebody? This is why. This right here is why it ends in violence. Because no matter how hard you try, and no matter what you take to the courts, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. The courts don't care. The courts want it to end in somebody dying. Because it gives them no option. They have to try them. And once you fully know how the court system works and how they pawn people off, and how all of them go to excuse my language, all of them go out to eat afterwards, and they're at the golf course on weekends, dabbing it up and drinking it up all together. Y'all need to understand how the court system works. It isn't about what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong anymore. It's about who has the most money and who can pay for what. And I said what I said. I hope y'all all understand. We are coming to a point in time, and we have been for a very long time, that it doesn't matter anymore if it's right or if it's truthful. It doesn't. And you as a Christian will be chastised for it. You will be chastised for speaking up for yourself as a Christian. I have. I've been told to sit down, hush, you don't know what you're talking about. No, I know what I'm talking about. Because most of them are all Freemasons inside that courthouse as well. And they don't like me either. Because, why? Because I know what a Freemason is and what you have to do to be a 33-degree Mason. And if you knew, you'd never be one. If you knew what it took to be a 33-degree Mason, you'd never be one. And it has everything to do with what is going on inside our court systems today. It's all about money and greed and power. And at the end of the day, I'm prayed up. I'm loved up. I love my Messiah with all my heart. And I will not stop. I pray daily and I pray nightly. And I pray for you too. But I had to get this video out. It's 24 minutes long, but I really don't care. I'm probably going to put it on YouTube. I love you guys so big, so much. Remember, God loves you and He died for each and every one of you. If anybody wants to help me, I would greatly appreciate it, because at this point, I'm mentally exhausted and I have fought the good fight. I have. But I can only do so much. My knowledge is only so much when it comes to the legal side of it. I mean, I do have college education, but, I didn't get a criminal justice degree, so I don't know everything, and I'm not a paralegal. But I do know how to collect evidence, and I have it all. And I also have the videos on a USB drive, and on several USB drives. So if anybody that sees this video is willing to help as well, please reach out. I'd greatly appreciate it. Frankie, Frankie, Lynn, Lynn, 2017 at gmail.com is my email if you would like to reach out to help. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that as well. Peace.